Now, as a professional, holistic leadership coach, advisor, and educator around this whole experience of power, authority, and influence, in this coaching and advisement, the common question would be, well, then what usually happens? What happens during this process? What are the results? And what usually happens, when I work with leadership, what usually happens is then, there's a cascade effect, sort of a waterfall effect, is things flow down. So all of a sudden, in an organization or in a small, whether it be a small or large, things begin to flow down. They begin to care more about their people. They begin to care about how to develop their people, how to develop leadership. They begin to invest more in their people, and that's one of the greatest one of the responsibilities of a leader is to grow and develop your people. But that naturally begins to happen. What else happens? Well, there's more effective team management. They know how to manage teams better. They know how to, meeting management as well, how to run meetings, because these are all things that eventually come up in our sessions. And again, when I sit in these sessions, I don't only sit in the coaching lane. I sit in the mentorship lane, I sit in the consulting or advisement lane, and I sit in the education lane. So that's how I can best offer value to my clients. And then another thing that comes up, conflict management. Conflict, tensions, friction, that's so common to our human experience. That comes up in our personal lives and our professional lives. And so again, how can I better manage these situations? A crisis comes up, whether it be personal, whether it be professional. And what happens, whether it be conflict, whether it be crisis, is what happens is our brain sort of shuts down. Our brain gets very narrow because our brain looks to protect us. But what we need in moments of crisis, what we need in moment of conflict, is to be able to think bigger and think broader. And that's why having people or having someone to talk to about this, and then even bringing more experts in on different, depending what the crisis is in this case, can be very helpful. But in conflict and in crisis, it's very helpful to have someone that helps broaden my view rather than shrink my view. And then another thing that comes up is communication. Huge, comes up all the time. And it's so funny because communication it's basic to our human experience. We're relational. This is what we do. But communication it's such a challenge because of personality styles, because everyone's different, because of the filters through which we hear things. And when we communicate, we in our mind we have it clear, but it doesn't necessarily come out clearly in the way we say it and all that. So communication, and I'll do a video on communication. Another thing that the good results are is how to properly implement change. Change is another thing that can be, like conflict and crisis, that can be very difficult. It's very difficult for people to accept, to receive. And so how can we properly implement change? How can we professionalize processes? How can we professionalize structures? These are some of the many things that come up in through coaching and advisement and education to be able to offer leaders there's more insight, more strategies, more strategic actions to be able to lead better. And yes, I'm going to say it, to be able to live better and to be able to love better. So these are some of the many results that people can get from the coaching relationship. All right, my good people, we'll see you in our next video. Thank you very much, and continue to follow me on social media. Next time.